O is for oral sex. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Come and meet the letter people. Come and visit the family. Words are made of letter people. A, B, C, D, follow me.
But the picture has a mustache.
The age of television and home video saw many attempts at teaching literacy. Many of them failed.
Learn to read with Mrs. Phipps and Smoothie.
One of your stars just died in the opening credits. You're not off to a good start.
Well, boys, I think boys and girls.
Should we do a second take? No? Okay.
You better go take your seat over there. I think it's time for class, and here's our student. What did you find?
Monkey eggs.
I do not like that thing. Puppets are for handling, not for wearing over your head, which I can see clearly through the costume. So it all comes back to quality. And I'm not even talking about production value, but in how much originality and creativity you pour into your final product. And to reach that level, sometimes you need a little inspiration. Now, I'm not accusing the makers of the letter people of being on drugs themselves, but there is no doubt that they were directly inspired by the drug culture of the time. And there is no arguing that the singer of the theme wasn't 5 miles high.
Come and meet the letter people.
I'm pretty sure you can hear the water bong in the background. Actually, something that has always made me laugh is the green kid at the front of the line. He is hauling ass. Look at him go. All the other kids are just merely skipping, but he is serious about reaching letter people land first. No time for a smile or a mouth. Oh wait, he's just running from his doppelganger. What is letter people land anyways? Wikipedia describes it as a dark and featureless place populated by strange people and creatures. Apparently, Letter People Land is a Samuel Beckett play. Fortunately, these have coherent plot lines, and the stories are much improved from the books. For example, here is Mr. N at the library.
Everyone wants to hear the story, so please be very quiet while I read to you.
Wacky hijinks ahoy!
My dear, there's lots of traffic today. So much noise. Why, it isn't traffic at all. It's you making all that racket.
I'm sorry, but you see, I can't help it. I'm Mr. N. Every time I hear a word that starts with the same sound that starts noisy nose, my noisy nose makes a noise.
It is the curse he lives with.
Oh, I can't go on.
Why not? What's wrong?
This word, I can't say it.
A word that starts with N that she's afraid to say? What could that be?
It's...
Well, lady, if you didn't want to say that word, then you shouldn't have chosen to read Huck Finn.
Nurse! Nurse! Nurse!
Beyond simply introducing sounds, the program also explained those anomalies in the English language, such as K and C having the same sound.
Never a day without problems. Today it's C and K.
Who's gonna know which one of us is starting a word? Cotton candy and kicking both have a K sound. One of us has to go, and I think it should be you.
You can't tell me to leave. You're not in charge here.
Whoa, cool down, Mr. K. Why do you sound like Marvin the Martian anyway?
It's most confusing.
So let's ask the vowels for their point of view. How about it, Miss A? Which vowels does C and K stand next to?
Yeah, Miss A.
The letter girls and I have been talking it over, and we've decided that Mr. C and Mr. K will have to work it out themselves. We really don't care who starts the word.
That is such a woman's response. Come on, letter girls. Show some backbone. Don't let yourselves get pushed around and objectified and auctioned off like you do in the next scene.
No matter what you say, E and I will always be with K. But he's being greedy. He wants to stand next to all the vowels.
Mr. C is not a one-vowel kind of guy, and you might even find him in bed with the letter Y.
But I'm still the only one who can make the K sound before E and I, as in keg.
Keg, it's party time. As you've witnessed, all the letter people have associated sounds like horrible hair and noisy nose. But what about Mr. X? He is all wrong. No, seriously, that is his name. I suppose it would not have been wise to introduce children to xenophobic xylophones. In the book, he is a wacky, mixed-up character with a leg for an arm and an arm for a leg. In the show, he's a serial killer.
I really didn't mean for things to go all wrong. Someone's just gotta help me. I'm so tired of being all wrong X.
He's also Jimmy Stewart for some reason.
My whole life has been all wrong.
And here was this big 6-foot rabbit leaning up against a lamppost.
And he's accosted by Humphrey Bogart.
You're the one who's been making everything all wrong.
This is turning into quite a production. At the end of the skit, Mr. X is brought to Letter People Land and given the sound that K and S make together. He is no longer all wrong.
Oh, gee, that feels good.
He is very wrong, and he will have a little blue square over his house.
It should be kept away from children.
But what do the letter people do for fun? Believe it or not, they've got a game show. Price is Wrong.
The Catching Game! Now here's the star of the Catching Game, Monty Swell!
Thank you, one and all. Thank you, audience.
Monty Swell is supposed to be a reference to Monty Hall, but he looks more like a deflated Guy Smiley, who in turn looks like a coked up Monty Hall. So it all comes full circle.
Now let's meet our contestant. Here he is all the way from the garden spot of America, Slaw Hammerfield.
Slaw Hammerfield, that's my porn name.
That's right, mister. I'm ready for anything you can dish out.
So wait, now John Wayne is in this? Why isn't the letter people in the Criterion collection? So how is the Catching Game played?
I want you to tell me which letter person is in the starting clue box.
Oh, no, well, no, it's...
Reading 3-letter words. Still more challenging than deal or no deal.
Well, now, let me think.
Everything can change any name to Slaw.
Fill your hand, you son of a bitch!
Another episode even explains the origins of the Catching Game. The letter people go to Monty Swell to try to propose a new game show.
We're the letter people!
Yeah, I see that. Oh, well, okay. What do you do, folks?
Each one of us has our very own special sound. We can put our sounds together. We can make our sounds catch.
Nah. Wow, I really like that. That's terrific.
But you're making all these sounds right now. It's called spoken language, and I'm arguing with a puppet show. Obviously, I'm not in the right state of mind for this. Give me a second. Whoa. 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 We can make a song with all these sounds.
Rock and roll groups get stranger every day.
Let me make my sound catch with Miss A's sound.
Everyone wants to make sounds with Miss A.
Fat.
She seems to be in a consonant sandwich.
I'm gonna make my sound catch with Miss A's sound. Hebba, hebba.
I was just joking about the sexual implications, but Mr. H is completely serious. The episodes are also spliced with late 70s animations. They are exactly what you would expect.
One April afternoon, an Angora cat named Alfalfa lay languidly on his antique sofa, reading a book of magic. He was bored.
Oh, it's rubbish, really. All I have to say is abracadabra.
Did you say abracadabra, sir?
Absolutely amazing.
Does that actually work? Abracadabra. Alpaca. Amazing. Achoo. Allergies.
Absolutely amazing. All I said was abracadabra.
For a simple puppet show, the productions were spectacular, given the limitations, particularly the epic space opera trilogy, Star Trip. In this story, Mr. R is recruited to go into outer space and locate Miss A.
The mission may be difficult, Mr. R. It may be dangerous. but we know you are the letter person who can tackle it.
I believe I am watching a scene between Dick Cheney and Malcolm McDowell.
Thank you, Professor, and good night.
Along the way, Alex DeLarge is joined by one of those star power-ups from Mario aboard his spaceship that looks like the inside of a whale. The star explains that Miss A has been captured by evil Empress Mung in order to work her legendary divided catching clue box. This has turned into an episode of Doctor Who.
Empress Mung, Mr. R is here.
Miss A, you were calling.
Hey, Gregory Maguire, I have the subject of your next novel.
This is Mr. R, Your Highness, and his friend, Lucky Star. Now that Mr. R is here, we'll make your divided catching clue box work.
No, let me concentrate for a minute.
Spiragram.
Star.
Ooh, again.
Star.
Wonderful.
Well, let's go.
But not you, Mr. R. I did not say you may go. I still have work for you.
So Empress Mung keeps Dr. Soren as her prisoner, and she has plans.
Woe is me.
What exactly is she planning?
She wants all of us to make new sounds with Mr. R in the divided catching clue box.
New sounds with all three of you?
That's right, he's a sex slave now.
Oh, but I can't.
In the next scene, all four of the letters make sounds together. I can't show it to you, but if you slow it down and zoom in, it is porn. Whoa, look at them go.
Mr. R, perhaps we can fool Empress Mung. Ms. E, Ms. I, and I will each make a sound with you in the divided clue box, but it will be the same sound. We'll simply spell it differently.
Germ, bird, turn.
What's going on here? But you all keep making the same catching sound.
So what we have here is an explanation for why UR, IR, and ER have the same sounds. Because the letter people were trying to trick a maniacal intergalactic despot. Did you get that, kids? It'll be on the tests. Maniacal intergalactic despot.
But I wanted new sounds. Oh, festival of sounds.
I'm surprised that Caligula here doesn't mention that vowels can make sounds together.
Well, if that's the way things are, let them all go back to letter people land.
So the story comes to a close as the letter girls and the guy from If return home. The letter people is a labor of love in the era of love. It had the budget of a lemonade stand, but it brought us plenty of sunshine, lollipops, and donuts. And the music was good too. We'll take a look at that next time. Abracadabra. I'm invisible. This is Asinine.
What an amazing afternoon.
You got that pure feel. Such good responses.
Come with Uncle and hear all proper. Hear angel trumpets and devil trombones. You are invited.